This video will be a fairly simple video on Scratchboard art. This is my drawing, but my Scratchboard art will be a negative of my drawing. I have a more detailed Scratchboard video on my channel that I made a while back. You may want to watch it. I will be using a 8" by 10" Scratchboard. The brand of the Scratchboard is Ampersand. This is a transfer paper that I'll be using. This is the tool that I'll be using. The other tools made for Scratchboard, this is probably the most basic one. I creased the top of my drawing, and then I creased it again the width of the thickness of my board here. This way I can attach it. What I'll do is I'll tape it. And taping it down, I can lift it without losing its position to see how it's tracing. Now I did cut a piece of transfer paper the size of my Scratchboard, which will go between the drawing and the Scratchboard. Now what you might want to do is put a little scratch on a corner somewhere to make sure that your transfer paper is facing the right direction. It's surprising, but it's easy to have it upside down, and then the tracing doesn't transfer. Now, when I draw on my drawing to transfer my drawing onto the Scratchboard, I use a red pencil, and this way you can see where you have traced. If you use a black pencil or pen, you won't be able to tell. So that's what it looks like when you start transferring your drawing. I'll go ahead and finish tracing off camera. It's a video won't get too long and boring. I'm going to start scratching the upper part of my drawing before I finish transferring it. I have a tendency of dragging my hand on my art, so I don't drag it where I've already transferred a drawing. I'll go ahead and start scratching, then transfer more when I'm done with that. I try to use a little cloth to try to keep the Scratchboard as clean as possible, but it's pretty hard for me to do, and when I get done with working on Scratchboard, I'll use a fixative and spray it, and it seems to get rid of all the spots. So I want to go ahead and start scratching. Now I'm going to put a small scratch down here to show that if I make a mistake, I can go ahead and cover it with a black marker. Now the black on here is India ink, so if you have access to India ink, that worked perfect. But I'm not real concerned because, like I say, when I get through with my work, I'll go ahead and spray it with a fixative, and that just covers everything that might not belong on the scratch board. Most of what I'm doing right now is just repetitive, so I'll go ahead and finish that, or this part anyway, off camera. I finished scratching the areas that I had transferred, and so now I want to go ahead and transfer the rest of the drawing onto the scratch board. Again, this is going to be repetitive, so I'll just go ahead and finish doing it off camera. I finished transferring the drawing onto the scratch board, so I'm going to go ahead and continue scratching. Again, this is just going to be repetitive, so I'll go ahead and finish scratching what I just transferred onto the scratch board off camera. I finished my drawing. I do have a more detailed Scratchboard video on my channel. This was pretty basic. I enjoyed doing it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Or if you subscribe, I have different videos on different mediums. So thank you for watching.